Hey, this is Dino, and here's the maintenance mode proxy. This is just a demonstration. This is actually a loop back proxy, which means it's not connecting to any backend system, but it does illustrate the point of using a key value map to turn on maintenance mode. So let's have a look at the proxy design. So we've got a simple API proxy. There is a preflow which does a couple of different things. First, it does a KVM get to pull out the maintenance mode setting from the key value map. If the key value map doesn't exist or the key isn't there, then we're going to assign a default value, which is maintenance mode of false, with this assigned variable. And then finally, we're going to test maintenance mode, whether it's been read from the key value map or assigned the default. And if that maintenance mode variable is true, then we're going to call this raise fault policy. And the raise fault policy just sends back a 503 response saying we're offline. So let's have a kind of a closer look at the policies. Here you go. Here's the key value map operations policy, and we're doing a get. We're using the map identifier of admin settings, which you can see here, and putting it into stored maintenance mode. The key that we're pulling out is just main mode. Then following up, setting the default value to false if the stored value is not set or is not present in that KVM. And then finally, the raise fault just sends back a payload, and that can be whatever you want. This one says the system is in maintenance mode, and it's a 503, which is the right HTTP status to send back when things are in maintenance mode. Now I want to flip back over to the preflow or the proxy and explain. So this is just the preflow. This is something that's going to run for every inbound call, and then of course you can have any of your conditional flows can check for the path and the verb and all of that, just to do whatever you normally do. So this is the API proxy, and then within the environment configuration, I'm going to use test for my environment. Specifically, I want to look at the key value maps, and I'll see if there's no key value map here. So what we'll want to do is set up one called admin settings. We'll add that in. And then inside admin settings, we'll kind of expand that and add one entry, and that'll be main mode and a string value of false. Actually, it can be anything except true according to the design of the API proxy that I have now. So let's go back to my API proxy. We've now got the key value map created. The maintenance mode proxy is deployed. I'm going to go to the trace window and start this up, and then run a command. So this is, or run a request. So we can do this right from within the trace window. I'll just put in the path suffix of /t1 and send that request, that get request, into the API proxy. And you can see it's reading the KVM. It's getting the maintenance mode, and we'll scroll down here and see, yep, the stored value is false, so maintenance mode is false. And then this raise fault, you can see by this little icon, is being skipped. So we get the response back, which is just a normal, the canned response that this loopback proxy is sending. So now let us flip back over to the key value maps for, again, we got to make sure it's the test environment, because that's the environment we're using. And we're going to modify this and put this maintenance mode variable to true. And so that's that, easy as pie. Back to maintenance mode, the maintenance mode proxy, and we will send the same request. And this time, what we would expect is a 503, and that's exactly what you're seeing. So let's walk through the trace now. Now we're doing the KVM read. We're receiving the response, and it's saying, yep, that stored maintenance mode is now true. So then we actually invoke the raise fault and send sort of short circuit the rest of the API proxy. So that's the basic design. Is really easy. Really, you just need to do a KVM get and a raise fault. I put the assigned message in there just as a little bit of protection in case somebody forgets to set the setting in the key value map, or it's not present, it's been inadvertently deleted. You may not need that. You may have some other test to verify that, so you wouldn't need that kind of protection at runtime. But that's the basic idea behind the maintenance mode proxy in Apigee Edge. Thanks for watching.